All right, well, let's move through to our cool online tools for tonight. Now, these cool online tools as well, we will drop the links to these into the chat so that at the end of the evening, you can save the chat, you can click on the links and can explore them at your leisure. All of the ones I've got for you tonight, they all have either a free trial or a free sign-in so that you can actually get started on it and start to explore it without having to pay any money. So the very first one, this is one that I've come across quite some time ago, and I was in a meeting this morning, they just happened to mention it again, and they have gave it to their staff, one of their staff members, and they've created an event management app with no code, just by describing the sort of app that they want, what they want it to do, the details they want to collect, the things like reminders they want to send out. So they've built, I think she said, it's almost about 90% built, ready to launch, all in natural language. So this one is called Replet.com, and it is an AI app builder using natural language models for you to go and just describe what you want. So if I just log in, I'll just give you a quick look inside the app. And if you've got no ideas about what you could build as far as an app's concerned, they do have some examples in there to really get you on your way. But one of the things I would suggest is probably a helpful thing to do is if you have a regular task that you're doing, or a regular issue or problem in the business, or an itch that you need to scratch with your business, that's probably an idea worth writing down and coming back in and seeing whether there's a way that you could create a system or a process around it that can be automated. So that's really what this app and tool it does. So that's what it looks like. There is a screen in the middle that says describe the app or site that you want to create. So my suggestion with this is, if it needs a reasonable explanation in it, just one sentence generally isn't enough. So you need to think about all of the features that you need, what the outputs are that you want, what this app or tool's got to actually do for you. So a good way of doing that is jumping into another large language model app like ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity and start brainstorming with one of those tools there on the problem that you're trying to solve, the app that you're trying to create, and to get at all of the features that you want. Get it to give you a prompt for this, and then copy and paste that into here. That'll get you really started with this, so that you're not having to really sort of think and make up things on the fly, or even missing some things. So with the likes of ChatGPT, you can ask it. You can even ask it to ask you questions on what you would like this particular app to do. So if you work at it from that way there, where you ask it to ask you questions, you'll start to get a better idea as to what you need, because it's interviewing you. And then at the end of it, you ask it to write a prompt for Replet to help create an app, and it will do that. Now, it won't be perfect, but it'll give you a good start to get going with it. So that's really where you start, is you create your app. And once you've created it, then you can go and host it wherever you like, on a domain, any domain that you like. So you can purchase a domain and deploy it out on your domain. All of your apps are stored on the left-hand side. You've got apps stored here. So I built one a while back called a habit tracker. So this particular one was one where I just wanted to track my progress over a period of a month, and for the next few months on particular things I was doing. So this is sort of what it looks like, the app that I created, and it worked reasonably well. Now, I haven't got this one published, so unfortunately I can't show you the published version of it, but this is what happens, and you can interact with it on the way through. It looks like I had a spelling error here. Can I launch now the nap? Sounded like I wanted to take a nap when I was building the app, but it does actually manage to get through spelling mistakes as well too. So you can interact with it. I can ask it to refine it further down the bottom here. It is a conversational model where you can have a conversation till you get exactly what you need. So good to play with. Get some ideas first. Use the likes of ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok or one of those large language models to help you to get the prompt to drop into here. And who knows what you might be able to create. So you can create a CRM, you can create a workflow. It can help you with, let's say, social media posting and automating some of that. So all sorts of things there. So if you do come across a really good use case for it, love to know, let me know, post it in the Business Owners Smashing Online group. Let's see what you can build. So one there is called Replet.com. Next one I have, this is a reasonably new app and tool, and it is a trends app. It's called LLM SEO Trends. So some of you might have heard that SEO these days is becoming more AIO. So it's like you're needing to create content, not just for the search engines, but you're needing to create content that is usable with the likes of ChatGPT and Gemini. And so the real question is, how do you get into those large language models? So when people are searching for what you do, your specialty or your genius, that your website or what it is you do, you get listed there as the expert for people to come and search. So one good way is this particular app here is designed to let you know what is trending at the moment in the SEO AI world. So if you just click the View All Trends button, and unfortunately at the moment it is just Google, it's trends data for the US. So they don't have it for Australia specific. So if you were searching for stuff in Australia or New Zealand, then you'll just need to specify that in your search. But here we go. There's a whole lot of trends in here. And if you click on one of these, it gives you there's 500,000 searches for the Home Run Derby in 2025. I don't even know what that is. So two things you can do. There are two buttons down there. And there's one, Explore on Google Trends. Other one's to Ask ChatGPT. And you can see here are all of the search terms that people are using in the middle here that they've grouped to say this is all about Home Run Derby in 2025. Actually, this one's quite good. Superman 2025. I did have a look at that one there. Apparently there's a new Superman movie out. So that's apparently what that is all about. So if you explore it on Google Trends, it will open up a new screen on Google Trends. And this is where you can make it Australian or New Zealand specific, or whatever location you want. So up the top there is a drop down which says that it is United States at the moment. You can now choose, let's say, New Zealand, for instance, and you can sort of see what the search trends are in New Zealand for that same topic. So it's a reasonably good tool, this one here. It is free. And if you're wondering what to write about, post about, then this is a really good start for some of your topics. And you can see that, was it Wellington? They are the most prolific searchers of Superman, maybe because it's a windy city down there. And then it will break it down by topics. There's Superman 2025 film. So you can really narrow it down to topics. Why would you do it? Because this is the sort of stuff that you can write on. What's even better is if you click the Ask ChatGPT button, it'll open up ChatGPT and it will then do an analysis on that particular search for you. So there we go. It's dropped in the prompt or the question in there automatically. It says explain this trending topic, Superman 2025, which has 1 million searches and has increased by 200%. So here it's telling you, it's giving you some context on what's happening, why it's blowing up. And at the very end, one of the things you can do, and this is my favorite thing, there is a strategy out there called piggyback marketing or newsjacking. If you type that into there, you can say, give me 10 topics to write on using the newsjacking, we'll call that process. So newsjacking is basically piggybacking off the back of something that's actually happening or trending at the moment. It's in the media at the moment, and it's a way of getting yourself up in the search engines and hopefully the AI engines very quickly by piggybacking on the back of a popular topic that's happening today. So there you go. There's some topics that are coming up that you can start to write on. So we're using ChatGPT now to give us some ideas about some things that you could write on and relating it back to your business. So that one there is called, what was that one called? Here we go. It's called LLM SEO Trends.com. Next one is, I love this one. This is SelfTag. Anyone go to networking meetings or go to places where they meet people and, you swap business cards, you come home and you end up with a pile of business cards on your desk thinking, I must get to those, must scan them in, get them into my CRM, follow them up. And at Christmas, at the end of the year, just got the stack of business cards. You haven't actually done anything with them. All good intentions, but nothing's happened. And really the key thing with events and networking is follow-up. So what this app does here is rather than, sort of shooting yourself a message to each other or connecting on LinkedIn, all you do is take a selfie with you and the person that you have met. And it's got an AI baked into this where it will write an introductory email, which might be something like, hey, great to meet you at such and such event, a couple of days back or whatever, and it attaches the selfie that you took with the message. And apparently the engagement with a selfie on a message is a lot higher. I don't know the percentage of it, but it's a lot higher than if you just send a standard email or messenger message. But there is a video up here. If you play that, it'll give you the stats on how high it is when you attach a selfie when you meet them. So the great thing about this app is you can also introduce people to each other. You can and you can use the photos that are in there. It's got photo recognition in there. So if you've met a number of times, then it will place you on a map as well too. So if you wondered where you met someone, it's got the GPS coordinates there. It'll tell you that you met at a Volo Hotel up in Brisbane, for instance, which is where David Fisher's event was this week. And so it gives you a good memory jogger as well. And it will, the number of times you met them, if you keep on taking selfies with them, then you're going to sort of build up a whole portfolio of, where you've met, where you've interacted. It's a searchable history as well. The other good thing about it too is that you can export this out into and send it into your CRM. So you can follow them up with workflows or send out invitations to an event like this, which is what I do, or, however you nurture your people. So it's an evolution on the business card scanner. It is a selfie scanner, and yeah, it's really quite cool. So well worth downloading it and trying it out at the next networking meeting. Pally, this one here, anyone use that LinkedIn extension, which is, what is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue now. It's a LinkedIn extension which allows you to connect with each other.
My most trusted.
My most trusted, thank you. I must be getting old. It sort of just slipped my tongue. But yeah, my most trusted. So this one is sort of like that, but it sits on your computer. You download this one here, and what the app does is you connect it to your LinkedIn, your X, your email accounts, and your social media accounts, and it brings in all of your contacts into one place. And then it enhances the data by then connecting the dots between all of the social media networks. So you develop a full profile of people across all of those networks, plus all of the interactions you've had, the conversations you've had, including in your calendar as well too. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to work out who are the high quality leads or people that you want to build relationships with. And you can set that, you've got people that you want to build a relationship with, those that you want to maintain a relationship with, and those that it neither matters either way. And so it will give you some reminders about, what's coming up or connecting with people, and help you to write emails there or have connections there that are quite helpful and to keep building those relationships. So this video on the front here, that gives you a pretty good overview of how it works. It's not an app online. It is an app you download to your computer, and it sits on your computer for you to be able to manage your network from there. So this one is a really quite a new app. It's got a couple of bugs in it. It's just a little bit buggy and it's a little bit slow, but concept's great. And I think with this one here, it's only going to develop further as well. So that one is called Pally.com. Very last one I've got for you is, it's a book favorite of mine. I've got it sitting on my bookshelf. Well, it's actually not on my bookshelf, it's in my hand at the moment, by Jay Abraham. Anyone that has ever heard of Jay Abraham, he is a marketer from way back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, absolute legend. And if you are stuck for ideas on marketing or working with other businesses, collaborations or partnerships, this man is incredible. The book, even though it is in book form, has got fantastic ideas in there. So if you're looking at some things, and tonight's all about lead generation, but if you're looking at how do you get more people, how do you get more business, often it's in your database already. And Jay Abraham is an absolute master when it comes to copywriting and doing things like connecting businesses. He made his name through collaborations, and he would connect businesses together that had the same audience of people, the same sorts of customers. And he created promotions where they would both cross promote to each other or have joint promotions where both of their products are fit together. So he's made millions and millions of dollars for the companies he's worked with, and also for himself. He's a highly sought after, well, he was a highly sought after consultant. I think he's probably semi-retired now. But it is a book that you wouldn't read from cover to cover. You open it up, and there are great concepts in there to really get you going with business. So it is on Amazon, and if you want the audio CD, you can buy that for $106. Which is probably more expensive than the CD player you've got tucked in the garage, or you can just go and grab the paperback. I don't think it's on Audible, but I have also found it online in HubSpot. So he's given away a ton of his information. He's a real proponent of giving it away, and this is his book. That it's exactly the same book that you can load up onto Kindle as well too. So that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for today. So in chat, they should be the very last item in chat now, unless someone's got there after it. So let us know, what are your favorite tools? Just copy the one that you like, paste it into chat, just so I can see which is the one that will really inspire you or get you down that rabbit hole of having a look at and seeing what is going to work for you. These apps and tools, they will be available in the Business Owners Smashing Online Facebook group. We'll load them up over the week. If you're not a member of that group, then now's a good time to open Facebook in another tab. Go over there, click the join button, we'll accept you in. And of course, all the other apps and tools that we've had on the show going way back when will be in there as well too. So never know which one, there may be an app or a tool in there that you've been looking at. Just do a quick search and you'll find something that should meet what you're after. All right, what do we got? What's our winners tonight? We've got Replet, and a selfie networking one, Replet, SelfTag, Jay's book, SelfTag. Oh, it's a fairly even spread tonight. I don't think I can declare a winner. Well, one thing I would say is if you do find some good use cases with it, I am always interested and fascinating what people do with these apps and tools. So if you've got something that works or a question, feel free to drop it into Business Owners Smashing Online. Send me an email, send me a direct message. Happy to respond to it as well too, because it's one thing that I'm always interested in. And not sure where to go with all these apps and tools, or how they all work together, or you need some strategy with what's going to work for your business. Feel free to reach out. Got a number of programs that will really help you with that as well too.